Welcome to the show that helps you get an audience for your show, direct from Bandar Sri Bengawan in Brunei. Today my guest is Nelson Chia, who has just been commissioned by the Singapore Arts Festival to direct a piece for Frontal. Welcome, Nelson.
Hello, Dr. Seet.
So tell us something about this Frontal. How did you get the commission? Did you know somebody on the committee?
No, well, I know the two dramaturgs who's handling this Frontal program, who is Robin Loon, who happens to be a good friend and colleague, and also Kok Heng Luan from Drama Box. And when the National Arts Council asked them, who do you recommend to do the next Frontal, and they thought about me.
So you knew two people from the committee. So how much of it is your talent and how much of this is nepotism?
Well, of course, I mean, they thought about me because I know them. But everything after that, is very much, on my own.
Yeah, I noticed that the theme is about death and the whole idea of mortality. What kind of inspired this obsession with death?
Actually, it's interesting that you are the first person who kind of interprets a thing as a kind of an exploration of death. As the title of my play this time, Live, I'm actually trying to explore what does it mean to be alive or living.
See.
Yeah, but of course, living and being
it's
dead,
just the obverse of death.
You
Well, I've noticed lately that quite a lot of playwrights and directors seem to be very fascinated by the idea of death. Why do you think the sudden death wish,
Maybe has to do with our generation of directors. We are kind of maybe midway through life. We're not that young, but then we're not that old. Halfway, and then probably at that point in the journey that you start to get interested in questions of life and death.
But you yourself just got married recently, right? And you're already having a midlife crisis.
Yes, not because of the marriage, of course, not entirely. But yes, because I got married and I have a pair of twin daughters. So, and my parents are living with me. So, when I look at my parents, they're kind of like my future. This is how I am going to be, or maybe not. And then I look at my kids, like they are my past in a way. So I'm like stuck in the middle between the past and the future, and that makes it more significant for me. The phrase of life as a journey suddenly become very significant for me.
Well, it has often been said that, when someone receives or gets commissioned by the Singapore Arts Festival because of the big budget, that suddenly, with all this money that they have in hand, they don't know how to actually use it in a very competent way for the artistic process. What kind of measures have you put in place to avoid that?
I think it is important for the director to be very sure about what he or she wants to do. One thing that could help prevent that is to actually get a good producer. Yeah, because not all artists are producers. And if the artists have to handle the producing part, then sometimes the job gets a bit mixed up.
Yes, that's true,
about spending money and about your artistic vision, it gets a bit confused at times.
But is it a handsome fee that you're getting?
Not true, because I kind of decide, what we get, and I think as an ensemble, we got together because of our passion to want to create this piece for the Frontal program, and so all of us kind of we got a bit lesser than what we could have gotten. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, tell us more about your actors. Who are your actors? Who are the actors involved in this particular piece?
I've got 4 actors. They are Timothy Nga.
Timothy Nga. Can he act?
Yes. Well.
Then who else?
And then we have Oliver Chong.
Oliver Chong, yes.
And then Ko Wan Ching.
Ko Wan Ching.
And also Edith Podesta. In fact, the 5 of us, my 4 actors and myself, we met during a workshop in New York last year. After that, we came back to Singapore, and then we said, we should continue training. And then Frontal came along, and then we said, hey, let's do this.
Oh, that's great. So that even though you were commissioned just for the Singapore Arts Festival in June, but the seed of the collaboration actually started in New York. And it's one of these sort of postmodern, non-linear, incoherent pieces.
It is non-linear. Only because, it is about living, and it starts with these 4 people who have sleep disorders, sleeping problems. And to me, when you don't sleep well, you don't live well. Yeah, so they come for a kind of a sleep test. And during the sleep test, they all go into a dreamscape, and all their dreams starts to get interwoven. I don't think dreams are always that linear, especially when your dreams and my dreams get interwoven. And also we're playing on the kind of the double meaning of dreams, as in when you sleep, you dream, or what are your dreams in life, that kind of.
So, in spite of the non-linearity, would the audience be able to like decipher it easily, or would we like need reams and reams of notes, put on our chairs? Would it be a kind of production like that?
No, actually, because I took care to have a kind of overarching structure, a kind of a bigger narrative to frame it so the audience sense a kind of a beginning, a process, and a kind of an ending. It always works.
So it's accessible while challenging and provocative.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you, Nelson. That's great. Be sure to support Nelson by buying tickets for Full Frontal. It's at the Singapore Arts Festival in June. Until next time, when we beam live from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, bye-bye.